Power is power. Gifts are gifts, right? And a spiritual office is a spiritual office. But we're gonna talk about power, right? A lot of people want to focus on the healing, and casting out demons and prophesying. All that stuff is good, right? God will orchestrate things in your life. You're called according to His purpose. Your steps are ordered, right? You're predestinated, right? That's what it says. God knows where you're at in your faith journey, right? He knows what you believe, how much you believe, and how much you don't believe, what you understand and what you don't understand, right? What you know versus what you understand and what you really believe about Him. So God has to align things to get you to see yourself, to get you experience, to grow your discernment. And it doesn't always start off with certain things, the big things. That's the ego, that's the flesh. Well, to feel spiritual, right, all these different things, it says those who believe will do these things, right? God knows what it takes to get you to where you need to be, right, in Him, in your belief in Him. You have to first start by believing in the power of God's word, right? You want to focus on the power, but focus on the power of God's word, right? What did God say about you? How do you view yourself? Can you be healed in your own heart and your own soul, right? Do you pray? Do you exercise the things in the heart and the mind at home with your wife, your husband, your children, right? Are they struggling with stuff? Are they traumatized? Have you prayed for them to be healed from those things? Like I said, power is power, right? Don't underestimate the power of God's love. A lot of times we're trying to intellectualize something or spew our knowledge, right, to address something that person just needs to feel loved, even if they feel like they're the most unlovable person, right? They're incapable of receiving love. They hate themselves so much, they just treat everyone as if they want to be deserving of punishment, right? Because of what they struggle with or what they've done, right? Love even that person. That's power, right? Forgiveness is power. Compassion is power, right? Meekness is strength. It's not weakness. Be intentional with your words, right? That's why it says be slow to speak, right? That's a mindset. Be slow to speak. That's really taking your time and just not letting anything flow out that God's wisdom wouldn't say. The spiritual gift of encouragement is power, right? Encouraging someone to believe, to get back up and stay strengthened in their journey. That's a gift of the Spirit. A gift of showing kindness, right? And then a divine intentional way of just showing kindness to people. Not everybody has that gift. Not everybody's good at showing kindness. I'm not the best at showing kindness, right? Sometimes I consider myself an introvert. Gift of faith is powerful, right? We just talked about what faith can do, what faith can accomplish, right? And how there's levels to it. Most importantly, God gave you power. His word is power. What He put inside you is powerful. Don't underestimate it. Don't undervalue it. And don't let nobody try to make you feel like you're not spiritual enough. The greatest of us should be likened unto servants, right? Power transforms. Be transformed daily.